Hi everybody, my name is Vivian and this is Viv's Crochet. Welcome back to my channel, and today we'll have a quick tutorial on this cat beanie. This one comes with a ruffle and I'll show you how to do that in this video. Now this video is beginner friendly, very quick and straightforward, and without much further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial. First things first, let's go over everything we'll be needing for this project. For the bow, I'll be using this very bright pink and an off-white yarn. These yarns are 40 grams each, a measuring tape, and I ended up using two hook sizes. The first one is a 4mm hook and a 5mm hook. You'll see how I use them in this project, and our scissors. First is first, we have to measure our head. I got the measurement of 24 inches. Sorry, I was showing 23, but it was 24 inches. We started with our 4mm hook. We're going to make a chain of about 45, and then we'll check if it is up to 24 inches. Now we'll make a slip knot and then make a chain. So we're going to make a slip knot, and to do that you can do it any way. You can do this, then put in your hook, or you can do the whole process of doing this any way you want. I just simply make a knot like this, insert my hook, and then I'm going to chain 45. Now this is 45 chains, and we are going to taking our measurement to be sure it's up to 24 inches divided by 2. It's supposed to be at 12 inches. So I'm going to chain, this is 11 inches exactly. I'm going to chain 2 to at least get it to 11.5 inches. Okay, now we have a total of 47 chains here. We are going to yarn over, skip the first chain and crochet, skip this first chain and crochet into this one. We're going to do double crochet all the way to the end of the row. 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and I'm going to do that, and when I'm at the end of the row, this is double crochet. I'll come back and show you guys. So we are almost at the end of this row. I'm going to do a couple more double crochet, and then at the last chain here we're going to put 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2 and 3. Now this serves as a turning chain because we're going to do double crochets on this other side. So after the 3 double crochets here, we're going to turn our work like this and do 1 double crochet all the way around. Then we're going to double crochet here, double crochet here, this is where we're going to here, this is where we're double crocheting in all these stitches here. So 1 double crochet till the end of this row. Now I'll come back and show you guys what next. So 1 more chain left. I'm going to double crochet here, and then we'll come over here and slip stitch here. The first chain 2 we did, sorry, the first double crochet we did, I'm going to slip stitch, and here we're going to chain 2. This is how it's supposed to look. We're going to walk upwards. Now we're going to build our hat. You wouldn't want to do this because there'll be a gap here. So you are going to chain 2, double crochet in the first stitch, double crochet, this is how it's going to be. So we're going to double crochet all the way around till we get to this point. So I double crochet all the way around, no increases, no decreases, just double crochet. And I'll do that and I'll get back to you guys when I'm close to the end. Okay, so we beat it to the end of the second row, and the pattern here is I'll slip stitch to join the 2 double crochets we made for the beginning of the round, and then I will slip stitch, chain 2, and then continue my way around. Now this is a circular motion, chain 2 and double crochet all the way around. We're not increasing, we're not decreasing. This is just a simple pattern. Double crochet all the way around, and when we get to the end of the stitch or the end of the row, we'll slip stitch and chain 2. So this is how it's come and how it's looking so far. So we're going to, this is our third row. So we're going to have 15 rows in total. So we're going to do 12 more rows. It's optional. You can decide to do 10 rows, 11 rows, depends on the size of the head you're working with. So I'm doing total of 15 rows because I want it a bit on the big size. So this is it. We're going to build up to a point like this. So 1 double crochet all the way around. Right here I have 9 rows of double crochet, and I'm aiming at 14 to 15 rows of double crochet. You can tweak this to your preference or to the size you like best. So far I have 9 rows, and I'll make more rows. 15 rows of double crochets later, and this is the length I have. Now my client, this was the exact size she wanted, and this is what I'm going for. You can tweak this and make it 14 rows. It's still okay. Now I forgot to show you guys earlier, I added elastic bands to the brim of this hat to get that cinched look. So this is the elastic I'm going with. It's very simple. Just do single crochets. I'm going to do that all the way around. Remember to secure the elastic with your finger, the finger after the index finger. You're going to use that to secure the elastic from pulling away, and that is just what we're going to do round, and keep stretching or pulling to get that stretch. You do that to the end of the row, and I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so this is how the elastic came out looking. You can adjust this to the size of your head. If you want it a bit looser, it's still okay. So after here, now we're going to work the ruffles of the hat, and to do that I'll show you what to do. Now using our second hook, which is a 5mm hook, to create the ruffles, we're going to do treble crochets, which is yarning over twice and pulling out twice, pulling out the second 2 loops and then pulling out the last 2 loops. If you're not conversant with this stitch as a beginner, I suggest you learn tutorials on how to do a treble crochet. I like using treble crochets anytime I want to make the ruffle part faster and easier. So we're doing 3 treble crochets in 1 stitch. 3 treble crochets in one stitch all the way around for the first rows of ruffles. It will take a time, or it will take quite some time figuring it out, because we used a 4mm hook, so getting into the stitches might be a bit difficult, but that's how you have to do it to get that fuller looking ruffle. So 3 treble crochets in each stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you guys when I'm at the end of this row. I'm at the end. I'm going to slip stitch into the first chain 3 that I did, and I'm going to chain another 3 to work on the second rows of the ruffles. Now the pattern here is 2 treble crochets in one stitch, and in the next stitch 1 treble crochet. That's 2 1 2 1 until we get to the end of the row. So we'll go over that again. 2 treble crochets in one stitch, and in the next stitch 1 treble crochet. So it's a very simple ruffle style or ruffle pattern, and I'll see you at the end of this row, so I'll show you what to do next. And now we're at the end of the row, and we're going to slip stitch into the first chain 3 that we did, and then we're going to chain 2 for the final row of ruffles. Now this is going to be double crochets all the way around. We're not increasing in this level or in this row, just one single double crochet, 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. This is very easy to do, and you can see using this 5mm hook I was able to finish these ruffles very quickly. So guys, this is the last row, and we are almost at the end for the ruffles. Then after this we'll go over and do the bow. So remember, this is 1 double crochet all the way around, no increases in any way, just 1 double crochet. Now the last stitch, we're going to slip stitch, chain 1. I like to chain 2 to secure, then cut our yarn. That is it. It is very secure, and this is what the ruffles are looking like. Remember, with the elastic we added, so and so for this bow part, you can see how thick this bow is looking and very sturdy. I'll show you how to do that. Instead of the regular double strands, we're going to triple the strands. We'll fold it in 2 like this, and this. We have 3 strands of yarn. Now I'm going to use the 4mm hook for the bow. We're going to do a slip knot, insert our hook. We're going to chain 20. And when we get to the end of this yarn, we're going to put our finger over, grab the yarn and pull. That way we have more length. This is 20. Then we're going to double crochet all the way around, skip 1 into the next chain, double crochet. So I'm going to add double crochets, no increases, no decreases, just double crochet till we get to the end of this last double crochet. Going to chain 2. You have to be careful so you don't skip the 3 the 3 yarns that we added. We're going to chain 2, turn our work, and I'm going to double crochet all the way around. I'm going to skip this into the next double crochet. No increases, just 1 double crochet in every stitch. We're almost at the end of the second row. And then here, 1 more stitch, 1 more double crochet, and that is it. We're going to chain 2, turn our work, skip the first chain, and into the next, 1 double crochet. So this is basically the pattern. When we get to the end, we put a double crochet, chain 2, turn over. So repeat this to get about 10 rows of double crochet, or 8 or 9, depending on the size that you like. So I'll meet you when I'm done with the amount of double crochets or the size of the bow I want. I'll meet you guys and show you what to do next. So remember, just 1 double crochet all the way to the end, and then when the yarn is out, just do this, grab the yarn and pull. I have this. So this is what it is looking like, and remember, you can adjust to your preference. If you don't want it this bold, you can make it smaller. So this is how I want it, thick and bold. So let me go ahead and finish up the last few double crochets, then I'll show you how to join them, join the 2 ends together. So this is it. I'm going to turn my work like this, and I'm going to slip stitch together, more like I'll do a single crochet. You can decide to slip stitch, you can decide to do a single crochet. I lost the following footage showing how to tie the middle of the bow. So what I did was I chained 50 chains, and then I tied it in the middle or in the center of the bow. That was how I was able to get this shape, and then I glued the ends of the bow to make it closed, and then you can now glue it or stitch it whichever way you want to your hat. It's a very quick and simple thing to do. If you're still confused, you can check more tutorials on how to make a bow, and the purpose of this is just to show you what kind of bow I did. Now this is me using my glue gun to stick the bow to the hat. You can decide to stitch it, it's your preference. It can be on either sides of the hat, it's still your preference. Now this, you have to keep adding more glue to secure the hat. Now if you've made it this far to this video, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment. My name is Vivian and this is Viv's Crochet, and without much further ado, I've come to the end of this tutorial. I hope it was helpful and I hope you loved it. I'll show you what the hat came out looking and how it looked. It was quite beautiful. My client loved the hat, and without much further ado, guys, let's see what the hat looked like.
When words are quiet, hearts will stay.